YouTube, I hope y'all are having a blessed day. It is a cloudy day and a drizzly day here on the mountain today. It's in the 60s, I believe. Yesterday was very rainy and in the 50s, so we're having a very cool Memorial Day weekend, and I thank each and every one of you for your service if you have served in our military, and my heart goes out to all those who have been lost. We are here today with our next little project, me and Mr. Dinky here, and it's going to be another stuffed potato chip block, and this time we are doing broken dishes. And I have our instructions right here, and of course these instructions will be available for you to download for free from my coffee shop. So after the video you can click on the link and hop on over to the coffee shop and you can download this for free. And while you're there, you know, maybe you could take a look around at all the other things that I've got available there. I've got scarves, I've got shawls, I have quilts, I have quilt patterns, I have this beautiful piece right here that is available for sale, and you could consider some of the memberships. If you join the top 3 membership clubs, then you have an opportunity to get 20% off everything in my shop, and that includes patterns and quilts, etc., etc. All those wonderful things, and please do consider joining us over on Discord. We are growing a loving, sharing, and fun community over there. I'm also going to be starting something else that if you're a beginning quilter, then I'm going to start doing some classes soon. I don't have that set up yet, but if you join the Top Rooster or the Phoenix clubs, you will get those classes for free, and it'll be over Zoom. And I don't know when that's happening, but these are things that I'm seeing down the road. Today we are doing broken dishes, and it is very simply 4 half square triangles done in black and white. And of course the instructions will be available for you, and I've taken the liberty to save some time, and I have done the 4-inch block for us already. So here it is, and it's a very striking pattern. I do like it. Someone had asked me to do an hourglass, and I remembered that I had actually already designed this. So I figured I would do, it's an hourglass inside of a square. So it's close, but anyway. So I will turn the camera around and we will get started sewing together the 8-inch block. So for the 4-inch block, you're going to cut 2 black and 2 white squares that are 3 inches each. All right, and for the 8-inch block, you are going to cut 2 black and 2 white squares that are 5-inch square. Your next step will be to lay the squares right sides together and mark a diagonal line on the white square. And then you're going to sew a 1/4 inch away from that line on both sides. You'll then cut down the marked diagonal line in the center, and you're going to press your seam allowances to the dark side. Always to the dark side, because cookies.
Come to the dark side, we have cookies.
These half square triangles for the 4-inch block will be trimmed to 2.5 inches. And then you're going to sew the 4 segments together as pictured above, and then you will trim it to 4.5 unfinished. For the 8-inch block, which is what we're doing, we're going to start with 5-inch squares, and we are going to trim the half square triangles to 4.5 inch, and then we're going to trim the resulting block to 8.5 inch. Okay, so there is one, and we're putting it right sides together with our black square. All right, so you can see that I've got you can see my diagonal line. So I am going to be putting that right on my 1/4 inch plow and flipping it around and doing the next one. See, that's not too painful. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to go over to my iron. I am going to heat set these seams. I'm going to slice this down the middle, down right on that line, and then I'm going to press to the darker side. And then I'm going to trim down these pieces to 4.5 inch. Right now they're 5-inch squares. So I'm going to trim them down to 4.5 inch squares, and I have our block over here to refer to. So we're going to have top row like this and the bottom row like this. All right, so we'll sew them together and the seams will nest for you. Okay, and we're going to finger press. Okay, so that's the way they go together. Nest your seams together, and you can see that they're nested there. Alrighty, I am going to go give this an iron, and then we can put the tater chips on it. I have ironed this and I have trimmed it down, and it looks pretty good. It is 8.5 square, which is what it's supposed to be. And I've already taken the liberty of sewing our potato chips together. As a reminder, the 4-inch block gets 2 rounds of potato chips around the feature block. And on the 8-inch block, we get 1 round of potato chips. So I have taken the liberty of sewing those units together already, and we're going to sew our potato chips around the block. These blocks are just so simple. They are so beginner friendly. There's that. Finger press, flippity doo-dah, and do the next one. Finger press that. Now we are sewing the 3-piece units down the sides, and our block will be done. This works up so fast. Aha, I have lost bobbin chicken. Yup, I lost bobbin chicken. I'll be back. Okay, and what do we do every time we change our bobbin? We clean out our bobbin area and we oil the bobbin area. All right, one more piece. And again, if you have anything that is uneven here, like you say, we're going to ignore that overage there, and we're going to sew to the majority rule. Okay, so that's how you're going to sew that. Just laying the seams down where they belong. There we go. I am going to go iron this. Okay, here we are with our 8-inch block. It is all done. It looks nice. It's very striking, and it will work wonderfully with all of the blocks behind me. Again, the ones with the X's on it are all of my potato chip blocks are in a playlist called Potato Chip Blocks. So you will find X marks the spot in there, and that's where I used color to make X's. And then we also have the stuffed potato chip blocks, which this is one of. And I'm mixing them up, and by doing it this way you could get easily 2 baby quilts or maybe even 2 lap quilts, depending on how many blocks of these that you make. I still have plenty left from this jelly roll. I have easily half of it left. So there's plenty. Using the stuffed potato chip blocks really does conserve the jelly roll. So if it's a favorite, this is a way of making it stretch. And again, you know, there are twins are born all the time, triplets are born all the time. So if you need to make multiples, you can do that. And as I said in the last video, you can use the 4-inch blocks for perhaps a newborn and the 8-inch blocks for a slightly larger child. And then they can both have matching quilts. So that's another option. And again, another idea is to, instead of using the stuffed potato chip blocks, in the center you can use a 4-inch or an 8-inch square of novelty fabric or solid color or anything else that you want to give feature to. You could use beautiful flowers. You could get some large print florals and cut them out into 4-inch and 8-inch blocks and put them in the centers. That would look lovely also. So there's so many different things that you can do with the potato chip block. It is by far the most easy to put together. It's just rectangles put together. Regular potato chip block has 18 pieces in it, and you can cut up your squares until the cows come home. The potato chip squares, or the potato chip pieces, are 2.5 by 4.5, and they are what's called a magic square type of deal. They are twice as wide as they are tall. So you can make them 1.5 by 3. You can do all different kinds of sizes. You can do 3 by 6. So you can cut your bricks any size. But a regular, original potato chip block has 18 pieces, and you can feel free to play with colors and designs and just have fun with this. So it's very user friendly, it's very beginner friendly, and I would encourage you all to give this a try. I'm going to get out of here for today, and I want to thank you all so very much for watching. I would appreciate anyone hitting that little subscribe button down below and hitting the all notifications bell so you don't miss new videos that I post. Please do consider joining one of my subscription clubs over on Ko-fi. That is ko-fi.com/70acres studio, or you can just type into your browser 70acresstudio.com and it'll take you right over to my website, and you can join my memberships over there. You can look at patterns and quilts and woven pieces and crocheted pieces. I have so much stuff over there to look at, and so please do go check it out. And also your free pattern will also be there for this block, so head on over to the store and pick that up. And if you've missed any of the previous blocks in this series, you can pick them up there too. If you don't see a pattern over there for one of the blocks that I've made, like the last one, the triangle, there is no pattern for that. I gave you visual and voice instructions in the last video, so refer to that. So if you don't see a pattern over there, chances are it is a visual pattern and not a printed pattern. So please do join me right back here at 70 Acres Studio with my next little project. Not sure what it's going to be yet. And please do consider coming on over to Discord and joining our growing, loving, and sharing community over there. And again, join the subscriptions over on Ko-fi with me and get exclusive access to patterns and designs that I'm doing, and any classes or anything else that I decide to do for you all. And I am going to get out of here for now. Please do have a very blessed day, a very blessed week, and I will see you right back here real soon. I love you all very, very much. You mean the world to me. God bless.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy.